Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where basically we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Baby Driver. Alright guys, so as usual, this is going to be our no spoiler review. We're not going to have any spoilers in this review. If we accidentally say something, we'll make sure we cut it out and you'll be totally safe. If you'd like an all spoiler review, you can find one in the links in the description below, or something that's popping up right about now. You can click on that. I don't know, it may have moved in the future, and check that out instead if you'd like. All right, cool. So you're safe. Cool. We're literally out of Regal, and we saw Edgar Wright's Baby Driver, and I had incredibly high expectations for this one, and it pretty much hit them. If anything, maybe just a little under, but again, because my expectations were so high. Yeah. But it was an awesome freaking movie.
Yeah, this is, as far as like, especially car chase movies and stuff go, but this is like right up there with Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would... That is a car chase movie, but...
It is a huge fucking car chase.
I know, but I don't think of that as a car chase movie compared to, like, when you said car chase movie, I was thinking you're going to give me something like a Fast and the Furious or something like that.
No, I haven't watched any Fast and Furious.
I mean, but something more in that vein is more car chasey, the early ones anyways.
Yeah.
I guess those aren't really car chase anyways. So anyways, we have really bad examples of other good car chase movies.
I still contends one long car chase.
Yeah, okay, there you go. But look, dude, it's awesome. The pacing is great. The music selection is fantastic. I love the rhythmic, the rhythm of the whole thing. Like, even just when it's not musical, there's like this awesome like rhythm going on. There's music and everything.
It should get, if nothing else, it should get some sort of sound editing.
Some nods,
Oscar,
hopefully.
yeah.
That'd be very cool. Edgar Wright is deserving. Now, I still, and again, this is fresh out of the theater. I'm gonna have to think about it, but I'm still feeling like I probably, if I'm gonna like pick my favorite Edgar Wright movie, this ranks a little bit lower. It definitely ranks lower than Scott Pilgrim, and it might rank a little lower than Hot Fuzz.
You're a little biased for Pilgrim because it's all punk and crap.
No, actually, I just think the love story in that movie worked for, even though it's a crappy, if it was a love story in real life, it's not a healthy one, but it was a better love story for me than the love story in this. I didn't feel the love story in this was as strong as I wanted it. I didn't connect as much as I wanted to. I did, just not as much as I wanted to. I think, and the thing with Scott Pilgrim, I'm saying, I think there was more unique new visualizations we hadn't seen, and maybe that's where my expectations in this are just a little low. And I'm not knocking this movie. I loved it.
I'm just not sure like how prime a component the love story is of the actual movie. I mean, it's there, it's motivation for a certain degree, but
and maybe that's what I'm thinking is I kind of want to, because they had the music, they had the car chase, right?
It happens to involve a love story.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But I mean, I'm just pointing out.
Actually, in some ways, if we're talking about love stories, I'm much more compelled by the two crooks.
Yeah, yeah.
Darling, Buddy and Darling.
Yeah, yeah, and John Hamm's freaking awesome in this.
Yes.
Everybody is awesome in this. Even some of the actors, like, I didn't recognize. We can't say that, I think, because that's supposed to be. I think it's kind of because it's not something I ever saw in the marketing or anything.
Okay, so
and some other people in the theater freaked out about it too. I had no idea. So we'll talk about that in spoilers, but yeah, the cast was fantastic. Kevin Spacey was awesome.
I think I forgot Kevin Spacey was in this.
See, I love that he wasn't as one note as he could have so easily been.
Yeah.
They actually gave him some depth and like some real characterization.
Yeah. Although I have something to say. I'll save that for spoilers.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
See, I can't do non-spoilers.
I know, she has problems with that. And I'll save the who for spoilers, but there is one person who is in a good chunk of the marketing that I was surprised how little they're actually in the movie. And you'll find out who when we get to spoilers.
Oh, you mean I can't guess now?
I guess you could, but don't say it out loud. Oh, the mean face. But pacing was fantastic.
Come back later.
Nah, pacing was fantastic. I do feel like maybe it dragged a little in the middle because it starts off so fast and then you kind of get into the middle slump just a little bit, but then it picks back up and it's pretty awesome. Yeah. But man, it's cool. The ending is a little unexpected. And the way all the shit kind of ends up hitting the fan is kind of cool, the way everything unravels, and the way all those things are handled.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more violent than I might have expected. Which, then again, thinking of some of his other movies.
It was violent, but in some ways, it was like, you didn't actually see everything.
That's true.
A lot of it was very much, actually a lot of it was just implied.
Yeah, that's very true.
Now mind you, were some bits where you're like, oh, it sucks to be you.
Yeah, there was definitely one or two moments in that movie, which was pretty awesome. The soundtrack again is freaking incredible. That's a soundtrack
I love how
I
a lot of times they got the sound effects to sync in with the music and actually kind of build it out a bit.
Yeah, even like he opens the door to a shop and the way like the bell rings is like ringing in rhythm with the song he's listening to.
It was like the whole not the opening sequence,
the kind of title sequence.
The title sequence where and even the graffiti is like lining up with
the
music.
And like his poses and stuff. I thought that was really, really clever. And if anything, I feel like he got away from that in the middle of the movie, and to me that's why the middle maybe dragged. It turned into more of a normal movie in the middle. Still a very good normal movie. I mean, you got to understand, I'm if it sounds like I'm disappointed, that's only because I'm gauging it on this scale of I have huge respect for Edgar Wright, and I'm not cutting him any slack. Like I want it to be.
I think I found out like yesterday he was the director. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting a lot of people don't know, or I mean, I know you do. You just didn't know on this one, but a lot of people don't pay attention. Directors and stuff. It's like, oh man. Because I was talking to one of the employees.
It didn't have Simon Pegg, so
Spoiler, no. Like I was talking to one of the employees, and they were like, because we were like, oh, let me know how it is, because I'm not a big Jamie Foxx fan, but I do want to see it. And I was like, oh, I'm there because it's an Edgar Wright film. I didn't think about people thinking of it as a Jamie Foxx film or a what this and that and the other.
Yeah, it took me a moment to figure. It's like, oh yeah, this is John Hamm.
And he was great. And actually, like I was just watching, and I was like, I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan, but he could have been a good Negan. Was there anybody in this
movie who wasn't good?
No.
No. I mean, it was really solid performances all around.
Yeah, and I really kind of feel like this could be like the young Han Solo.
I actually thought that for a moment.
Well, it's because they had him
the jacket.
And you've seen it in the thing. Like it looks like he's wearing the black vest and a white shirt. It's a jacket with white sleeves, but I mean that's kind of what it feels like. And and just I did have a moment in the beginning. It's like, oh man, it's like he's flying the Falcon, and it's like let's bring that to the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about. So. Let's see what else can we get into, because there's some cool stuff, man. There's some good backstory going on. I like the way they reveal his character. Like they leave him fairly mysterious and slowly kind of tell you more about him and his backstory as we go through, so all that stuff was pretty cool.
And man, what else have we seen this guy in?
The kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. He does look familiar, but I don't know.
So whatever it is, he's fucking charismatic.
Yeah,
Not the same way John Hamm is.
Right, yeah.
But
very, very watchable. You would want to see more with him. And maybe I don't Edgar Wright doesn't really sequelize things, so I don't think,
just don't sequel.
Yeah.
This is a movie. It's so good.
Okay.
Don't don't.
Yeah, no,
just let it be.
It is what it is. And actually, that's a good point. That's something I was going to bring up. Is I heard, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how because we live in the age of franchises now, and with the whole Han Solo director firings and all that stuff going on, they're talking about there's no real auteur filmmakers anymore. It's all part of the machine or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's not true. You have people like Edgar Wright who tried to work in the machine and couldn't, but then he gets to go off and make movies like this that are very distinctively his, very encapsulated as its own film. It's not trying to set up a universe. It's not trying to set up for sequels or whatever. It's like, I'm going to tell you this story. Here's a complete story, middle, beginning.
And he's been working. I was reading something. He's been working on this for 20 years.
I think it's again, in those kind of filmmakers, and I'm not saying I'm by any means that level, but I understand that mentality of because I've told you things I've been kicking around for 30 years that maybe one day I could make. So I could see that he's got all these ideas kicking around. This is one hey, you know what, I got the time, let's make this one. So I think that'd be pretty cool. What else though? So music, we got special effects was really good. I liked that it was all set in Atlanta. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that in any of the marketing, but it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, it's cheap. It's one of those places apparently it's kind of cheap to film there because of tax breaks and stuff. So
it is kind of one of the big local film markets now.
And the thing is, if you're going to shoot there anyways, and you don't have to be place specific, why not just make it Atlanta?
Yeah, because usually, usually they try to make it other cities when they film down there. So I thought that was just kind of nice that they got a little love that way. The payoff and kind of the big finale and everything, I think it was pretty damn satisfying.
Yeah.
I think I don't feel like, oh, they left this thread hanging, or oh, that was a little weak or whatever. It's like, I feel good about this.
And the final action sequence.
Yeah, the whole kind of climax.
You're going, we're done. No, we're not. We're done. No, we're not.
And there's some great comedy in there without taking you out of the intensity and all that. So I really quite appreciated that as well. I thought all that stuff was cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's on one hand, I would like to see more of these characters, though, you know, but on the other, I'm like, it's a pretty well, you know, I'm pretty happy with how the movie turns out.
Yeah, no, like I said, I really think this is not going to be done any favors by doing a sequel.
No, I don't think so. And again, Edgar Wright probably would not, so I think we're cool there. And I don't know, it's probably like a 90-minute movie, 100-minute movie, something like that. You don't really feel bored. It's really good all the way through, so I'm good with that. Yeah. Yeah, see? I don't know. Anyways, I'm actually very excited. I'm very excited to talk spoilers myself, so I think we did a pretty good job on the no spoilers. Yeah, cool. All right, well, what did you guys think? Again, if you're going to talk about it, though, like, be vague here. If you want to talk spoilers, please jump over to the spoiler review and don't ruin other people's fun, because there's some cool things not to spoil in here. There's some fun surprises. But other than that, you know, let us know if you're going to go see it, if you're excited about it, all that kind of stuff. Comment, let us know. You can also click the thumbs up button, give us the good old thumb of encouragement, because we do love to be encouraged. And I guess we're going to get out of here, and I'm purposely getting in here light just to annoy her. All right, we'll see you guys later.